Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the 3D Print Zone. In this video, I'm going to be doing a beginner level tutorial in Bambu Studio showing you how you can add text to a model. So you may want to do this to be able to personalize it. Maybe you're adding a company name, your kid's name, or maybe you have products that you sell online on Etsy, for example, and you want to be able to add some customization to those models. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this tutorial. So if you're new to the channel, I post content related to 3D printing, including other Bambu Studio tutorials that you could check out as well. I also have a large focus on 3D printed guitars that I design and sell on my website, the3dprintzone.com. So if you happen to be interested in both 3D printing and guitar, then you can definitely check those out as well. You can also check out the description of this video for other useful links and resources. At the end of the video, if you find any value in it, I'd really appreciate it if you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have any questions or comments, then leave those in the comment section below. You can also hype the video to support the channel or become a member for a few dollars a month. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I'm here in the slicer, and the first thing we're going to do is add a model to the print bed. So to do that, I'm simply going to come up here to the Add button, and we'll click on that. Now I created this STL file specifically for this tutorial called Bambu Studio Tutorial Text. So we're going to click on that and load it. All right, so now we have the model loaded on the print bed, and it's a fairly simple part. But let's say we want to go ahead and add some custom text to this model. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on the model to highlight it, and then we're going to come up to the T text shape button right here. You can also on your keyboard press T as a shortcut. So let's go ahead and click that. And this is going to bring up some options for adding text to our model. The first thing, of course, is an input field where we can type whatever text we want to put on our model. So I'm going to go ahead and type the text that we want on the model. And this is a friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, so now we have our text here, and we have a bunch of options of what we can do. So what I first recommend doing is figuring out which surface you want the text to go on and positioning the text on that surface. So in this case, let's say we want this text to be on this top surface here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. So I'm just using the scroll wheel on my mouse. And if you click and drag the scroll wheel, you can pan the model left and right and up and down. So if you see here, there is a yellow cube, and we could click on that, and now we can drag the model onto any surface that we want. So you can see as we drag it, it'll automatically position it perpendicular to the surface of whatever face it's on. So let's go ahead and drag it onto the top. And I usually like to look at the surface on a normal view, so head on directly at the surface. And to do that, we're just going to click on the top right here. And now we're going to look at it directly from the top view. So this will give us a better view so we can position it exactly where we want it. So we're going to try to position this as close as we can to right in the center. And then we'll release the mouse, and now we have our text where we want it. So we have a bunch of different options here on what we can do. Of course, being that it's text, we can choose a font. So let's just go with a standard Arial font, and we'll select that. So when you're adding text, you often want the letters to be bold, and that'll give you just a thicker line that'll make it both easier to print and that it'll be more readable and legible. So I'm going to go ahead and select bold, and we'll see that the text gets a little bit thicker here. I'm also going to go ahead and increase the size of the font. So we could do that by clicking on the plus sign. We can make it smaller with the minus sign, or we can manually type in a specific dimension that we want for the text. So let's go ahead and type in 15, and there we go. There's also some more advanced styling options where we can, for example, change how bold we want the text to be by using this slider here. And we can also skew the text. So this will skew it in one direction. We could skew it in the other direction. But in this example, let's set this back to 0 and we'll leave it like that. Another option you have is to adjust the text gap. So that's basically how either scrunched together the letters are going to be, or if you want to give them a little bit of breathing room, you can make them wider from each other. So let's go ahead and we'll set this to 0.1. The angle is actually going to rotate your model, so you can go either clockwise or counterclockwise. And again, we'll just set this to 0. Now, one thing to note is you actually can add, in addition to text, there are certain icons and symbols that will work within the slicer. So basic symbols that are just black and white will typically work. If you're trying to add an actual emoji, those typically will not allow you to add it. But let's say, for example, we want to add this check mark. So I'm just going to copy this and we'll add a check mark to the end of the text. And there we go. All right, so now we have the text that we want on the surface that we want. And there's 3 different ways that we can add this text. So I'm going to rotate the model so we can see this a little bit better. So the first option is part. And what that's going to do is actually have raised text. So it's going to take whatever text you add and offset it from the model. So in this case, because we have our thickness set to 2, it's going to make the text 2 millimeters thick. So we can, for example, if we change this to 5 and hit enter, we could see that now we have taller text that's 5 millimeters thick. So let's set this back to 2 millimeters and take a look at some of the other options. We can also use the cut operation. So what that's going to do is recess the text into the part. So now we're going into the model, and let's actually go ahead and slice it so we could see what that looks like. So when we go ahead and click slice, we could see now that it's actually created a groove for each letter, and we have the text embedded into the model. So one thing to note is after you've created text, it's going to add it as an object to your model. So in order to edit that, let's say we want to go back and make a change, we would make sure that we're on the object tab over here. So we're going to switch from global to object, and we'll see here that we have this item that's called text shape. So this is actually our subscribe text that we have on the model. In order to edit the subscribe text, we could click on prepare. We can now click on the text box and we can name it whatever we want. So let's go ahead and name this subscribe. And now we can right click and click edit text, and it'll bring back up this dialog box with all the settings. Now, the third option is called Modifier. So let's select Modifier and see what that does. So essentially what this will do is allow you to select a different filament that you want to use for the text. So let's say you want to use either a different material for some reason, or more commonly, you just want it to be in a different color. So we can go ahead now and select what color we want to use for this. So if we come over here again to objects and we find our subscribe text, we can click on this box here and select the filament that we want to use for it. So I already have loaded in here 3 different color filaments: white, red, and blue. And of course, you can add or subtract other colors by clicking the add or subtract button. Let's go ahead and click here, and we're going to go ahead and select the filament in the second slot, which is the red color. And now when we slice the plate, and we can see that it's actually created the subscribe text in the red filament that we just assigned it. Now, one thing to note is we had our thickness set to 2 millimeters. So if I come down to the slider and we look at this layer by layer, we could see that the red has been added to the text and it's 2 millimeters thick. So we essentially have 2 millimeters worth of layers that's creating this text for us. Now let's say we want to add more text to this model. Well, in order to do that, we can go back to the Prepare tab, click on the model, And we're going to go ahead and click on text shape again. Now this is going to allow us to do the same thing and add more text to the model. So let's say, for example, we want it on this front face. And again, we're going to look at the now front face head on. We're going to try to center this as best as we can. And we'll type some new text here. So we're going to say the 3D print zone. And there we go. So you'll see here that the text actually wrapped around on these contoured surfaces. Now, typically it's a little tricky if you have quite complex surfaces that have a lot of bends, but for basic contours like this, it'll actually follow the surface and you can get a pretty nice outcome with that. So let's go ahead and show you an example of why you might want to change what type of operation you're using here. So in this case, we have it set to part, and let's go ahead and slice this model. So we're getting a warning here, and essentially it's because we have floating areas that are overhangs. So because there's all these overhangs on the underside of some of these surfaces for the text, this requires support, and without support, this model would likely fail. So let's go back to prepare and I can show you what I'm talking about. So if we go to global and support, let's enable supports by clicking the enable support check mark. And we're going to uncheck this remove small overhangs and slice the plate. So you can see here, these are all the surfaces that the supports would need to touch on the undersides of certain surfaces on the text in order for this part to successfully print. So this uses quite a lot of filament, and you have a lot of support material here, and this is a reason why you might not want to use this type of text. So let's reset these settings and turn off the support. We're going to go back to objects. And let's go ahead also, just for example, and rename this as well. Now that we have multiple text, it'll help clarify what each one is. So this one is the 3D print zone. And similar to the subscribe, we can go ahead and assign this a different filament color if we want. So I can go back to prepare, and now it'll allow me to click on this filament. So we'll go ahead and select the blue color. And now we're going to right click, edit the text, and let's actually once again do this as a modifier, and let's slice the plate. All right, so there we go. So now we have our subscribe in red with our check mark and the 3D print zone text that's wrapping around this contoured surface in blue. If we come back to the prepare tab, right click on the object, edit text, we can also show what this looks like with a cut operation. So let's go ahead and select cut, slice the plate. So here, because we're cutting into the model, it's just using the existing filament color of white. We're not actually assigning a color to it in this example. But one thing to note is because we're cutting into the model, we've now introduced once again overhangs, which may be difficult to print and once again could cause the print to fail. So one thing that you can do in this case is let's go back to prepare. I'm going to right click the text for the 3D print zone. And this time we're still want to perform a cut. Let's decrease the thickness of this cut to a very small number. So in this case, we're using a 0.6 millimeter nozzle. So we're going to assign the thickness to be 0.06. And let's slice the model again. So now we could see that the text, the cut into the text is much more shallow than it was before. But because this is only a single nozzle thickness in depth, this actually will likely print just fine. So this might not be the look you're going for because maybe the text isn't as defined as you might want it, but this is an option if you want to add text to the side of a print. But we're going to go ahead and change it back to how we just had it. So we're going to say edit text. So let's go ahead and change this back to modifier, and we're going to set our thickness back to 2 millimeters, and we'll slice the plate. All right, so there we go. and now we have the text where we want it in the color we want it. One thing to note here is because we've added multiple colors to our model, we are going to have multiple color changes in the AMS. And what that's going to do is increase the print time of our model, and it's also going to create some waste in the form of purged filament. So it is just something to consider when you're adding text, especially if you're adding another color to it. And we can see here essentially how that text is going to form on our model. So we could see here that because we've added additional coloring to our model, we are introducing a purge tower, and this purge tower is going to be waste that's going to end up getting tossed. All right, so let's say this is the final model and we want to go ahead and print it. So let's go ahead and print it, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so that's going to do it for this tutorial. Hopefully you did find some value in the video. And if you did, once again, I'd really appreciate it if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below. Also, if you have any recommendations for future tutorials or other videos you'd like to see, leave those in the comment section below as well. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.